Hi everyone, this is the New York Times Medium Sudoku. This is Thursday, September 7th, 2023. This 4, and that 4 make that a 4. Let's see. 1, I don't know anything about. 8 is forced in one of these two. Let's see. What else can I do? 3, 8. That's all I get from the middle third, or the bottom third of the grid. Middle third of the grid, one of these is a 5. But that's all I get. The top third of the grid, I have 2 9s. So I know one of these is a 9. 2, 6, 9, 8. 2, 6, 8, 1, 4, 7, 3. So that's all I get. 1 is in one of these. Let's see, I need 1, 3, 7, and 9, but these can't be 1 or 7, so these are 3 or 9, which makes these 1 and 7. I've got 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 in column 5. I need 2, 3, 8, and 9. Well, that can only be 2 or 3. This is 3, 8, or 9. These can be any of those digits. Two, 3, 4, 8 says I need 1, 5, 6, 7, 9. Well, this can't be 1, 6, or 9. This is 5 or 7. Okay, this is going to be 1, 5, or 6 because it can't be 7 or 9. This can be anything. Actually, this 6 comes down here. This 6 comes over here. That's a 6. One, 3, 4, 6, 8 in box 7. I need 2, 5, 7, and 9. That's anything. Whoops. That's 2, 7, or 9. No, not 9. This can't be 5 or 9. This can't be 9, so this is 2, 5, or 7. Actually, that's forced to be a 9. It can't be anything else. So 9 forces... That's a 3. That's a 9. That's forced. This is 2 or 7. This is 2 or 5. Well, let's see. If this is 2, then these turn into a 5-7 pair. And if these are a 5-7 pair, this is 2 in the other, in whichever one of 5 or 7 this isn't. The question is, does that still work? I'm not sure. Oh, why did I have that as a 9? That could never have been 9. Let's see. These are 1 in the even digits. But 8's out of here. 4's out of there. 1's out of these. Let's see. 2's definitely in here, right? Whoops. No, 2's definitely one of these two. So a 2 is definitely in one of these. We're going to have that 2 up there. Now, 1, 2, 6, and 9. Three, 4, 5, 7, 8. That's only 5 or 8. Yeah, 8, not 7. This one can't be 3 or 8. That's not 8 or 4. That's not 8 or 4 either. Well, that could be anything, so, I've got an offset 8 here. I've got an offset 4 there. Right, yeah, this could be 4, but this is not 4. That's not 4, and that's not 4. Let's see, the only 2 places for a 9 in row 7 look like that. Yep, and I could have figured that out from these 9s. This 3 and this 3 will force a 3 in one of these, but this can't be 3 and that can't be 3, so that's actually a 3, I think. Which forces that to be an 8. That now is not 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, or 9, actually. So this is strictly 1, 2, or 7. Whoops. Okay. Alright, what's left? Eight, 9, 2, and 3 still cross boxes in column 5. I don't have much help there. What can I do in column, what is this, 6? I have 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. I need 4, 5, 6, and 8. that can only be 4 or 5. That one, well, actually, it can't be 6, 8, or 4. That is a 5. By definition, that now is not 5 or 4 because it's there, so 4 is in one of these two. Well, let's see. If I look up and down, I think... Yeah. If I look up and down column 6, the only two places for an 8 are here. But I haven't proven that to myself because an 8 could still be here. But 1, 3, 4, 7, 9 in row 3 says I need 2, 5, 6, and 8. Well, this can only be 2 or 6. This is 2, 5, or 6. And that's literally any of those remaining digits. Okay, this one cannot be 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, or 9. This is 1, 3, or 6, I think. Isn't it? Well, that's the only place for a 1 in that box. So that's a 1. One, 4, 5, 8, 9 in column 4 says I need 2, 3, 6, and 7 for the remaining cells. That's not 7. That's not 3. Let's see. This cannot be 1, 2, 3, 5, or 8. That's 4, 6, 7, or 9. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. That's not 5. That's not 5. These cannot be 5, 6, 8, or 9. So they come from a 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 set. This one's out by 3 and 4. That one's out by 3. Oh, and 7. Yeah, I've got to make some other deductions about other digits before I put anything in box 4. But these are the only ones left that doesn't fill anything in box 4. These are not 1 or 2. None of these can be 3 or 8 by box. That one's also out 4, and that one's out a 7 and a 9. Okay, 4 is definitely one of these two. Essentially makes this either 4 or 9, doesn't it? Out of 4, 7 in one of these two. Essentially makes that 7 or 9. Yeah, well, actually, these two 9s look at this. I don't think that can be a 9. So, looking down column 5, that's the only place for a 9. I think you have to come up to that conclusion now. This 9 and this 9 and that 9 rules that cell out, so that's a 9, isn't it? How many 9s do I have? Not enough. I'm still missing at least one. 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've got 8, unfortunately, which crosses a box. Let's see, 1 has to be in one of these two. All that says is that's not 2. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 9. I've got 7 in the even digits here. This isn't 4 or 8. That's not 6, but could be anything else. Let's see, that this is not... these cells are not 7 or 9. That one is out 1, 2, 3, and 6. Four and 8, and that's 1. That one's out, but just by a 6, I think. Let's see, these... None of these are 5 or 9. That one's out by 1, 2, 3, and 6. That one's out by 4 and 8. That one's out. By 6, that's it. Wait a minute. I said a 4 had to be in one of these, right? Didn't I? The 4s interact with here. Yeah, that can't be a 4. So the only place left for 4 in box 1 is that. So these aren't 4. 5, 8 looking at that, which becomes a 7. Got a lot of other 7s here I can delete. Along with these two. Well, that says that that's the only place for a 7 in box 5. But I think that's as far as that level of reasoning goes. Because that 7 doesn't help with anything else. Let's see, 4 isn't too many spots, I think. Let's see. 9 isn't one of these two. 9. Wait a minute. I got 2 4s here, so that can't be a 4. Because I got 2 4s in this row of the same box, so that can't be a 4, which... It doesn't say anything about... Well, I have an X-wing on 4s, I think. Or do I? Because these could both still be a 4, which is annoying. But column 4 has these two being a 3, which almost implies that that's not 3. Not 3, which says one of these is a 3. One of these is an 8, but we knew that already. 2's in one of these two, so that's here. 8's in one of these two, so that's a 3, 8, that's 6, 8, that's still correct. So box 2, I've done all I can in box 2, I think. So we get 3 cells here, any of which could still be a 5. I got like 3 or 4 possibilities for a 1. And irritatingly, I still have 3 possibilities for a 2. Well, let's see. Assuming these are the same box, that implies that's not 2, which says that's a 2. So I'm going to go with an assumption that that's a 2. By definition, that means that's not 2. Let's see, this is now not 2. Okay, 5, 7 looking up here, but the only thing that does is that's not 5. Actually, none of these are 2. Can't be 5 or 7, so... Let's see. Seven has to be one of these two in box 8, and that's the only 7s. So this is not 7. Well, actually, 5, 7, and 1, 7 kind of says one of these has to be a 7. Doesn't it? One of these has to be a 7, because if neither of these are a 7, then that has to be a 7, which means one of these won't be. You know, if neither of these are a 7, that's a 7. I think I'm going to run into a repeat digit here. So I'm going to assume that can't be 7. That forces one of these to be a 7. I still have 4 possibilities for a 1. And 3 for a 5. I can't do much with that. But let's see. I know these are 1, which means this can't be. Especially with that 1. Would have been staring at me the whole time. Come on, Colin, think. Yeah, I can't make an assumption that these two are the only ones in that row because I haven't eliminated this from being a 1 yet. But this can't be 8. This can't be 8. We eliminated that from being an 8. Oh, this can't be 8 because of the given 8 that's been sitting there. Duh. So that's an 8. Wow, how did I not see that earlier? Okay, that's an 8, which makes that 5. Okay, that may help with some other digits. That's not 5. So looking up at column 2, that's a 5, and that's now forced. Oh, this 8 has told me for ages that's a 3, which makes that 7. Let's see. Now we might be getting somewhere. 2, 5, 3, 1. Okay, well, that's 8. Because it can't be 3. That's 6 because it can't be 8. That's now not 6. That can't be 5, so that's a 4. That can't be 4, so it's a 9. That can't be 9, so it's a 7. Okay, that 7 comes down here. That's a 1. That can't be 1, so... Well, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the only place for 3. That has to be a 6. No, that has to be a 2 because there's a 6 already in that box. Let's see. This may be wrong. It probably, yeah, these are 1 and 2. How did I have 7 in here still? I think I marked it wrong. 5, 6 is here. That doesn't tell me much about anything else. 4 tells me that's not 4. And that's about all I know. Oh, these aren't 3. That means one of these is a 3. Let's see. That has to be an 8. It's the only place left for an 8 in that in column 9. So these are not 8. That's what this says. Excuse me. Okay, these 4 is one of these two. Oh, 8 comes back over here. That has to be 4. Whoops. It can't be anything else. That's not 4, which implies that's a 4, based on my markings. That's not 4. Wait a minute. These can't be a 9, and this now can't be a 9, so that's a 9. Whoops. No. Silly me. That can't be a 9 because of this 9, so that's a 9. Actually. That's not 9. So that's 1 or 6. Oh, 4 says these are not 4. So these are 1 or 8, but that doesn't tell me anything about the other digits. Wait a minute. Four says this isn't 4. So that has to be a 4. This now has to be 8. It's the only digit left. 8 will come back over here. That's 1, that's 8. Okay, that's not 1. It kind of implies that that's a 1. That's the only place left in box 6 for it. That 1 comes up here. 2, 1. Like this. This 2 will come back down here. 6, 5 will come back over here. That's 6. That's not 6. Let's see. Oh, 1 comes over here. That's a 5, which implies that's a 2. That 2 comes back over here. That's 7, which makes that 1. That's 6. No, that's a 1. That's a 6. That 1 tells me that's a 7. That's a 1. This 8 tells me that's a 2. 5 will tell me 7, 5. Yeah, we should be finishing off at this point. Oh, 6. I know what this is. I know what that is. 2, 6. These are going to be 2 and 3. And I know the order. That's a 2. That's a 3. And we are indeed finishing off. Because that has to be 6. Yeah, then I write in, that's a 3. Oh boy. I had a lot of offset pairs that I didn't see. And I probably didn't need to write so many candidates in, but, well, that was a toughie.